So this will be an interview about 9/11 and what you remember about it. What is your full name?
Joseph Schodowski,
And where are you from?
Huntington Woods, Michigan.
And how old were you on the date of September 11th, 2001?
Uh, uh, 30, 30, 37.
What was it like the morning of 9/11?
A beautiful, crisp autumn morning. Blue skies and crisp autumn day. Cool and all blue sky.
Were you aware of any terrorist actions prior to 9/11?
Yes.
Where were you the morning of 9/11? What was your schedule?
I was in a customer's warehouse for a project, overseeing a project that we were installing.
When did you find out 9/11 had happened, and how did you find out?
We were in a building, and somebody had been listening to the radio, and then announcer interrupted their the radio program, and said a plane had crashed into the World Trade Center. But that's all we knew at the time.
What was your emotional state instantly after you had found out about 9/11?
Well, it took a while to find out about it because we all thought it was a very small aircraft that hit the building. We didn't think it was a big aircraft. And then when we found out a second one hit it, and when we found out that it was a large airplane or a jet, then we knew that there was a terrorist attack. And so then we closed down the job site and everybody went back to their homes or their other businesses.
What was your first instinct to do after you were alerted with the news?
To go get Ella and Jackson from the daycare center.
How are they related to you?
They're my daughter and my son. To take them from the daycare center, bring them home.
Did you contact anyone after 9/11?
Yes. My parents, my brothers and sisters, my wife.
Did you know anyone in New York at the time during the attack?
No.
What did you do for the remainder of the day?
Remainder of the day, we once we picked the kids from the daycare, we brought them home, and we watched what was unfolding on the television through the news programs.
When did you turn to your occupation?
Probably a day or 2 later, 2 days later.
What was the first thing about 9/11 that you heard about the next day?
That all airlines were canceled, all flights were canceled, and there was no air travel for several days.
How long did it take for 9/11 to not become a very popular talking subject?
Very popular. It took years. I mean, it took years to kind of get over it, to understand the full effect of their attack.
How do you feel about the event right now, and have we improved as a country on our airport security?
Well, I feel that our country is always vulnerable to attacks, but we have done a good job of preventing any major attack like that since. However, I think that it doesn't mean that we won't have another one again in the future.
What would you like students to know about this day?
that freedom is not free, and that a lot of other countries don't like our country for what we represent, which is democracy and freedom, and it comes at a high cost.
Thank you for your time. I'm glad that you enjoyed this interview.
Oh, okay.